You gotta know when to hold 'em, and know when to fold 'em, and know when to walk away, and know when to be loyal to Inishmore Prince. We stood loyal to Inishmore Prince this evening at 5:30, and he duly obliged. But there was something you mightn't have known. There was a change of jockey. Patrick Hickey from the Banner, County Clare, carrying 2 stone at least overweight, was on his back. That's why when he jinked to one side coming up the stretch, he pulled the twig through and he straightened him out and he galloped onto the line. That was Patrick's first winner as a jockey, and it was also his first winner as a punter in Dundalk. So we were trying to get him then to ride Bucky Larson there in the 7 o'clock, but he was a bit saddle sore. So he might be out of bounds for a few days. But yeah, he done the business for us anyway. Both the jockey and the horse. Bucky Larson was placed there as well. The one that the 2 top weights. Money came for the reserve in that one of Slattery's, but I thought the way that Keane would be looking for a win, like, that he'd be hungry, and just found one too good. But I think we made profit anyway. It was a winning video, and if we're winning money, we're not losing money. And we had 2 winners out of 4 yesterday as well, because I done the video in at about 1:15 yesterday. That one with the Stig, and it went down well, I think. It came out great. I was delighted with it, actually. So we can learn a bit more from it, and we can upgrade it a bit each week. So we're getting better at the tech stuff with a bit of coaching. On the bus to Dundalk today was Patricia Drohan. She was celebrating her birthday. I think she's a Dacia woman. The Dacia, for people that wouldn't know, is in Waterford. Few first timers on the bus. Gordon Smith, he was feet up in the front row there. Tony Rome, Oliver Hanley is new enough to the bus. He was in good spirits, and T. Lindsay as well. So get well to Christina as well. I was out of bounds today. She said she had a great night last night. Sorry to hear that. I do have them myself at times. I'm not sleeping well lately at all. We're waking up every hour and a half. I don't know, is it the withdrawals from the drinking the other day, or what? But that can happen with medication and tablets. I get well soon, but there is a replacement today. Another lady, Sorka de Facha. She's a dub, and she brought up 4 horses there, and I see 4 of them won. So well done, Sorka. Hope a few of you were on. You'll pay attention to her tonight. It isn't the first time she's picked winners now, to be fair. She's fairly handy at it. I know her a while on the channel. Anyway, on to tomorrow. Let's see. I have a plethora of stuff. The 205 at Ascot, it's just short of 2 miles. There's 10 declared. It was won by 4 favourites in the last 10 years. The biggest price is about a 12-1 shot, so a fancied horse always wins it. In the last 10 years, either a 5-year-old or a 6-year-old won this. A 4-year-old won it in 2011. There are 3 4-year-olds and a 7-year-old in the field tomorrow, so that's 6 left between 5 and 6-year-olds. The choice is Broomfield Burg. It's a 6-year-old out of Sageburg. It's a second run back after wind surgery, and they always seem to run better the second time back. It's a third last time out over 2 miles 3. I thought the trip was too fair. It's a horse that travels really well into his races. He used to carry his head up and there, but he was a bit more relaxed the last time, but he was a bit further back in the field, to get the trip. He was third. Was that Nappers Hill that won it. Now this opened up 6-1 earlier. It's into 9-2 now, and 4-1 in places. I expect this to go fairly close tomorrow. It's ticking a lot of boxes. So that's Broomfield Burg in the 205, and the 240, 2 miles 1 race. It was won the last 2 years by a Moolah Gold of 146 last year and 132 the year before. It's 143 this year. Paul Nichols, the artist, started off the year fairly strong, better than last year. Out of his last 34 runners, he had 11 winners and 11 places out in the last 21 days. and we were unlucky with Hitman last Sunday actually. There's a 6-year-old there, Thyme White. Lorca Williams is riding. It's an each way play, I think, at 8-1. He's 1 for 5 over fences, and he actually ran twice in Ascot. And the first time in Ascot last year, he made an awful beeline as he came up to the over and back, and he harshed off the jockey before the first. But he was second on his other run over the course. He's only a 6-year-old. I think there's 9 runners in the field. I thought we might have a pint each way at 8-1 on Thyme White. And then in the 3 o'clock at Wetherby, a horse I've been following for a while, and I think things might fall right for it tomorrow. Sporting John is the favourite. It hasn't been seen since winning a Per Tim's qualifier in January. I'm going for an upset in Proshema for Dan Skelton and Harry Skelton. It's a 7-year-old. It likes the trip and it likes goodish ground as well. And the last time it was an inadequate trip. It was 2 miles 3.5. They weren't too busy on it. But it fell in the race that Sporting John won in Cheltenham last November. And it was getting £1, and now it gets £4. And I think he'd have won that day when he fell 2 out. He was absolutely tanking along. Good ground is the key to him. If it was real soft, I'd forget about it. They probably wouldn't run him. But as Elvis Presley sang years ago, it's now or never sort of day for him. It's a 9-2 shot, a pint win. There's a horse running tomorrow as well. I'll mention it, but I'm not that sweet on it because the trainer is not going well at all, Neil Alexander. It's Wakool. It's in the 2:33 at Ayr. It's a 4-1 shot, 9-2 around that. Depending on if it's steady in the market at that price, if it doesn't drift out to hell altogether. It won first time up last year, and it won off 108, 112, 122, and it was third off 134. It's only a 6-year-old. It was second to the big galloper there in a Per Tim's qualifier last year. It's a fairly decent joke, but if it doesn't drift out altogether, you could include them in smaller bets on that. And there's 2 bus horses running in Galway. See, Canoodle one is a bus horse, as I'd recall, we'd have tipped him up before. He won there today and won yesterday as well, Miss Jan Moon. But there's 2 bus horses in Galway. The first one, and some of you will say, my God, Impero. It was a bit frustrating for us a couple of times on the flat when it was with Donna O'Brien, but it's the first run tomorrow in a juvenile hurl, and it's for Change Stables. I was with Tom Cooper. If it's well schooled, you'd imagine that it'd have a fairly good chance. It was rated 82 on the flat, so it's no slouch. So might have a pint win on that. Look at tomorrow might be the day to get it, and if we're back at tomorrow and it does no good, we'll throw it out the window, And the other one is Baby Zeus in the 2:18 at Galway. It's a 5-2 shot. It was rated 92 on the flat. Last run was in the Cesarewitch. It ran once over hurdles and it wasn't hectic. It was 4th in Kilbeggan. There's 2 decent bumper winners. I think there's 4 bumper winners in the race altogether, but there's 2 decent ones. That Path Duro for Gavin Cromwell, and it's What Unites Us for Gordon Elliott. But they mightn't be fit enough with this one. It has a bit of fitness on its side. Worth a gamble because we're up money. I think today was the 20th day this month that we tipped a winner, and we had 2 a few days and we had 3. So the bus is chugging along nicely in the middle lane, So for newcomers, they'll be saying, this is the way I do things, a sort of loyalty bets, and some of them come in and some of them don't. Anyways, we're nearly up to the 10 minutes. I'll be in Galway tomorrow evening and tomorrow night. I'll be back again. I might get a video in because I'm going on the beer tomorrow evening after the match tomorrow. I had planned to go to the race tomorrow, but won't. And I have a match Sunday umpire in the county final as well, so I might get there on Monday. I tried to get tickets off them for some of the people on the bus, but they told me no. I was a bit disappointed about that. Over and out.